Hey guys, welcome back to Dexter Ranch. Question of the day is, are Dexter cattle nice? Or are they nicer than most? I think there's a general assumption when it comes to this breed of cattle that they're just a nice little cow. And I'm gonna go walk around the farm. As you can see, we've had some weather here. So I'm gonna go check on the water supply and try to get some of the ice off the electric fence. And while I'm out there, I'll walk around and give you my take on whether or not Dexter cows are nice. So let's go do it. Oh yeah. Snow day at Dexter Ranch. If you guys haven't checked out my winter water solution video, then do that. See that hose right there on the ground? See how there's no, see how the snow is just moving away from it? See this here? See how the water is nice and clear, even though it's freezing outside and a bunch of snow. Go check that out if you guys want to know how to get water set up in the winter time. Oh gosh, see, this is frozen. This is my homemade latch for my gate here. There we go. All right, guys. So let me flip the camera around here to the cows. So the question is, are Dexter cattle nice? And I think that the answer to that is generally yes. But should you assume that every single cow is going to just be a sweetheart? I don't think so. See this gal right here? This is Holly. She's 13 years old. And like right now, I can walk up to her. She'll move away from me if I go too close, but she's generally a nice cow. But you let her get a calf on the ground and it's not a good situation. And I don't mean that, I mean, for her, it's a situation where you kind of just got to watch your back, because she is so protective over that calf that she might come after you even when you're not looking at her. So to say that all Dexter cattle are super nice, I don't think would be a true statement. I think that generally Dexter cows come from farms where people spend a little bit more time around them. And so generally speaking, when you... Hi, dear. Generally speaking, when you are buying Dexter cattle, you're probably getting something that's been a little bit more socialized than most. So, I mean, like these black cows here, she won't let you get close to her. And I think it's just really has to do with these two both came from the same farm. And at that farm, they just didn't spend as much time really interacting with the cows. Now, the red cows, for the most part, if you want to, you can walk up and they'll let you get a hand on them or whatever. Some of them are nicer than others. These red cows came from a different farm. And like this one, she won't let you get close to her. But the one right next to her is her sister, and she's usually really nice. You know, a lot of times she'll let you come up and just pet her all you want. So I think it's really just dependent on the cow. Everybody has their own personality. I've never seen one that without a calf beside it was aggressive. But like I said, when you look at this old gal's face, you can tell she's this ain't her first rodeo. She's been around, she's done it, and she knows what she needs to do to keep that calf safe, and she does it. She will let you know. And see how she's bucking her head there? She just, generally speaking, isn't super duper friendly, but if once her calf's a little bit grown, she usually will lay off, and you don't have to keep an eye on her anymore. The bull here, Heath, he's generally pretty nice. He doesn't want you right up on him, trying to pet him and stuff. Obviously, if you got to get up on him to move him somewhere, then he's fine. He doesn't ever cause me any problems. But I will point out that I think that he works a lot off of if he sees that you're fearing him in any way, then his attitude changes a little bit. He doesn't become aggressive, but you can just tell that he starts to feel like maybe he's got control of the situation. It happens quite a bit when the kids are dealing with him. He just acts different. He doesn't act aggressive, but he definitely plays off of whether or not he can see you fearing him. So, but never have had a problem with him. And that's one thing that you want to remember when you're building your herd, is that I think the bull has a role to play in how those calves are going to turn out as far as their temperament goes. Look at this little tiny black calf over here. She's so cute. She's like the cutest thing ever. But she's just like her mom. Those black cows, they instinctively don't want to deal with humans. This cow right here, her name's PK. She don't mind really anything. She's all about getting petted, but that plays both ways sometimes, because in situations where I need to move her somewhere, a lot of times I'll be pushing on her, like literally pushing my weight against her, because she's so comfortable around humans that she's just like, no, I'm good. I'll stay right where I'm at. Thank you. I think the calves, what they see out of their parents, plays a big role in how they act with humans. The horn cattle typically tend to use their horns for what they were intended for. This girl right here, I've left her horns on because she's good with them. She doesn't cause problems with them. But this gal right here, she used to have horns, and I didn't take them off because she was mean to people with them. I took them off because she was mean to other cows with them. I mean, you can't have a cow that's slamming, especially when you get them in a trailer or something. She would just, this other black cow, they were in the trailer before, and she was pregnant with that little calf, that little black calf, and she was just hitting her in the stomach so hard, and I was just like, man, this cow doesn't need to have horns. So I took them off. One other thing that's worth pointing out, that I think probably has a lot to do with why these cattle are nicer than most cattle, is because they're half-sized. I mean, you got to realize that when you got a full-grown Angus cow that just kind of towers over you, you're going to generally probably be a little bit more fearful around that animal. And when an animal sees that fear, then they react accordingly, and they tend to take control of the situation. So I think just the fact that these cows are half size has a lot to do with why they're so nice. What are you guys doing? PK, be nice. Be nice. All right, guys, so hopefully I've answered the question. Just to summarize, I do think that Dexter cattle are nicer than most other cattle, but I don't think that it's in their DNA. I think that it stems from the situations that they've been through in their lives. These cattle are generally not in, big commercial type operations. They're generally on a small farm where they are kind of forced to deal with humans more so than what most other breeds are, in a lot closer environment. They're not just stuck out on pasture and then picked up when it's time to go to the cell. So that is where it comes from, is that not, I don't think they're just made that way. So that being said, I would recommend Dexter cattle to anybody that has a small farm. I think it's 100% the way to go if you're trying to decide on breeds. And if there's any other questions that you guys have as far as Dexter cattle goes that you'd like answered, just leave them in the comments below, and I will do my very best to make a video addressing those questions and put it out as quick as I can. So there you go, guys. That's the answer to the question: are Dexter cattle nice? And yes, they are. So you guys have a good day, stay safe, and Happy New Year's. Bye.